Hello, everyone. Today is about scarcity or generosity. Or what I should say is scarcity, or do you think you deserve more? I find it so interesting because in different sections, whether it be religious section or it be other areas of business, depending on what you subconsciously think you deserve, you receive. If you believe you deserve more, you will see yourself elevate to that level. But it really elevates or declines to your expectations. And sometimes our expectations are modeled by influences around us, teachings we were taught when we were children, or even as adults. People around us, like I said, with influences that dictate us into more of a scarcity mindset or more of a risk-taking, abundant mindset of what we deserve. I'll give you a story. I, many years ago, had a woman come in. She was invited by another member into a prayer group that I had at my home. And she came in and she looked down and she said to me, I'm sorry. And I looked at her and I said, look at me. And she did. And I said, what do you have to be sorry for? She said, I don't know. I'm just sorry. As we progressed through the weeks and she started to discover her own worth and value, the one thing, and understand, because some people may judge this, and I really don't want you, that's not the purpose of this. But the one thing that she wanted was she wanted to be treated like a queen. Now, women today, if you tell that to like a 20-something-year-old, they'd be like, "What, are you kidding me? I mean, really? She can be whatever she wants to be. She could be the head of a CEO of a company. She could be this." She wanted to be treated like a queen because she had been so mistreated that she wanted to be treated, and what she meant by a queen, she wanted to be treated as worthy and valued, as royalty, as special, honored, enamored. This was something that was important to her. And I don't think it's anybody's position to judge anybody else for their dreams, because that was what she wanted. That was something that was on her heart that was important to her. So as we continued on, I started to notice some things. I started to notice her clothing, which had been bulky and you couldn't see her form, started to change, and she started to wear clothes that were more complementing her style, her body image. I started to watch how when she first arrived the first time, her hair was undone, unkept, and now she was starting to take better care of herself and show in her presentation. Her husband started to notice as well. And as you can suspect, he wasn't very happy about it. He was so not happy about it, and conditioned to the point that he had his 3 children at the time block the back of her car so that she couldn't back up to come to my house. He said to his children, Mom can't go there. We have to stop Mom from going because she's going to a cult leader. Okay? All right. I've been called a lot of things. Cult leader was a new one. But the thing is, here was a person who had power over someone. And as that power was being relinquished by knowledge, by epiphanies, by revelation, it was not being given up easily. And this woman had such power at this point because she had been infused with knowledge of her own worth and value now, that she stood up and said, if I have to walk there, I will. At that point, I knew she had it. I knew she knew her own worth and value and her own power. Now, I am not an advocate. I never have been an advocate of divorce. I'm married 31 years. But in this case, and in this instance, she chose, and she did go through all the proper suggestions that I gave her. I said, try counseling, try this. Don't give up on something that you've invested so much time in, without really trying. And she did. And they went through the therapy and they went through different procedures, and it just wasn't working. And she opted and chose to go separate ways. When she did, she at this point knew her own worth and value, knew what her expectations were, what she wanted. And she did meet someone else. She did get remarried. And when I had seen her a couple of years ago, I said, what is the one thing that you truly value in this individual? And she said, he treats me like a queen. I want you to understand. And it's not a matter of you need to be treated like a queen, although you may want that, and that's great. But what it's about is, are your expectations scarcity? This is all I have. This is all I'm ever going to have. This is all I deserve. You may not even be speaking those words. They may be in the back of your mind because you have been taught a mindset, well, I guess this is just where I'm always going to be. Or you could have an abundant mindset of which you will attain everything you want because you believe it, because you're going after it, because you've now educated yourself to the point of realizing that teachings that you may have gotten may have been skewed. And what is it that you want? And then what is it in the place of a desire in your heart and a dream that is abundant, that is deserving, that you are worthy of, and that you can share with the world? Go get it. Don't stop it. Take care.